Property damage.
I'm here to witness this property damage.
You didn't see nothing.
I'm gonna narc on you so hard.
You didn't see nothing. I was trying to look at the camera, but the camera decided to tilt up really hard. So I got to tell you about what rule I've added to this. More property damage. They had a setting when I was setting up the rules for this game called Soul Shuffle,
Okay.
and that means there are no enemies in the game when you start, but their souls are like out in the world. Gotta remember where we're at, says
Huh.
Quentin. And when I find their souls, that enemy will appear. Now, normally I'd be like, well, I'm just not going to bring any enemies back. But there are certain rooms in some dungeons where you need to beat all the enemies
All right.
and to like progress. But if those enemies don't exist, you can't beat all the enemies, which means you're stuck in the room.
Gotcha.
So the tracker I'm using doesn't attract souls. So bosses also. So I printed out a page with all of the souls on it that I can keep track of which souls I have and which ones I don't have.
I did not realize
Also,
this
those
was a Souls-like.
yeah, you're right. And these are the winning lottery numbers in Majora's Mask that I figured out already.
Gotcha.
So I figured what we would do is we would start with bugs because the last thing I got on the last stream was a bottle. Finally,
Oh, was
so
it
I
like
can
a
get
big deal for you to get a bottle?
yeah, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that opened up when I finally use a bottle. Like I can get the spiders out of these little holes now because I can dump bugs on top of it. And if you're fast enough, you can grab another bug before they all crawl in the hole, and you can have infinite bugs. I've unlocked the infinite bug glitch. Well, that was uneventful. Oh, also, the game is doing this really annoying thing. I loaded the game up. I started in RetroArch,
All right.
and every time I full screen the game, it it was the screen was like the selected window. It would
Yeah.
freeze. It's like OBS would not pick it up. So
Huh.
I'm glad to hear that I've started a resin printing. Resin printing looks so cool. But when the full game was the selected window, OBS would just freeze. It wouldn't show anything. And I couldn't, and it was also not letting me um, have my controller control the game when it wasn't the selected screen. So I was in a real pickle because I couldn't control the game, but I couldn't full screen it. So it was like, what I ended up doing was just doing a display kept like showing through and like showing my desktop. So like I finally gave up, re-downloaded Project 64. Game saves don't carry over from RetroArch to Project 64, so I had to play the game entirely back up
Oh,
to where I was
no.
from the previous stream. Hey, $50. Uh, and when I tested it and everything was working fine, and then just before stream started, look what it does. I'm going to select the window.
Yep.
It
Just like you
stops.
said.
And so it does it in both RetroArch and Project 64. So I don't know what's going on.
Huh.
But it was very annoying. But when I first started doing Project 64, I found that I could do custom controller settings, which allowed me to use my actual like um Nintendo Switch Online, like Nintendo 64 controller that they use. Which was cool, but there was like a weird dead zone when I went back left or back right where like Link just crawled. It didn't actually move at all. So I started messing with the settings of that, and then something happened, and then I couldn't use that. It wouldn't recognize the control anymore. So now I'm just back with my completely invisible green Xbox controller.
Right. All right. Well, while you've been talking, I've been dialing in the AV sync.
Oh, nice.
So far, 750 milliseconds, or 3/4 of a second, is what we need to put you on time.
Oh, Quentin says two things. One, no game audio. Two, Logan's
God
audio
dang
keeps
it.
skipping. Yeah, that's because he's messing with it. But he was just trying to line up my voice with my mouth.
I always
Yep.
forget to re-enable your audio whenever we're playing Grounded, because anytime there's talking, I have to mute your audio.
Because it comes through twice.
Yeah, or else you get this weird echo.
So this is a soul. It looks like a skull token, but it's white and it has red fire.
Okay.
So this is either going to be extremely annoying or very helpful. It's basically one or the other.
Huh.
Levers. What are levers? Oh no. Oh no, this one's annoying.
Are these like Halo skulls kind of thing?
No, it's just... Well, they're the skull tokens that are like an item in this game.
Yeah.
And they basically just recolored it and said these are the souls of the monsters. So now the monsters' levers are in the game, and they're those little guys that are under the sand, and when you walk in the sand, they pop up and they spin around and they swirl at you. Lever just met her. And
I can't remember those by that description, but I bet I'll know it when I see it.
The skull tokens?
No, the levers.
Oh yeah, there's no purpose for them. I did not need them in the game. I could have done everything without levers, and they're just annoying. So I have to deal with that now. Because I've already been to like the desert and the beach in Majora's Mask, and they just weren't there, which is so nice. That'll make the Desert Colossus annoying. Yeah, good thing I got most of the stuff there already. I think there are no spiders in the bean patch next to the Zora River. That Skulltula.
Can you give me some backflips about 1 second apart?
Sure. Let me get out of the place where the skeletons are about to start chasing me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Meg. Okay. Backflips 1 second apart. Do you want me to call it out when I do it?
Yeah, I'm just checking audio within the game. Okay, pretty good. About 40 or 50 milliseconds off. That ain't bad.
Here we go. Graveyard bean patch. I wish I could have been doing the beans at the same time, but I never found any beans. I did find Majora's Mask beans, but it wouldn't let me have them.
You should have been looking for beans at 3 a.m.
Me and the boys?
Yeah.
Also, when I first went to the graveyard as an adult, I never found the monster soul for Pose, but there were just Pose here, and I'm like, why are there Pose here? There shouldn't. I've never found that soul. And then Quentin pointed out it's because they are souls, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's why they did that.
Where did that Skulltula come from?
I poured bugs on this little bean patch here, and he jumped out of it.
Okay.
Gerudo Training Ground, third key. I didn't put my second key, so I have 3 keys to the Gerudo Training Ground.
Saw GTG, and I immediately thought gray to gray, which is a rating on monitors. I was like, there's no way they're talking about monitor specs in this key.
If I could find King Dodongo's soul, I could finish the Dodongo's cavern.
You know what I saw yesterday?
What'd you saw yesterday?
Okay, so you know my big monitor that I have at my desk, right? My big Samsung ridiculously wide 2-monitor replacement by a single monitor.
Yeah, and they're both 4K.
They're not 4K. This one's 1440.
Oh, they're not?
However, there is a 4K model. So here's the weird thing about that. Technically, like if you look at the numbers alone, this is a 5K display because it is so wide and it's at a 1440 resolution. So technically, if you do the mathematics and multiply the length by the width, you get 5 times the HD screen size. But it is not in the same ratio of 16:9, so it is not what you think of when you think of a 4K display. But Samsung has a new model of this thing, and not only is it at the 4K resolution, it is even bigger. It is a 57-inch instead of a 49, so mine's the equivalent of two 27s parked right next to each other. I don't know what that is. That's probably like two 32-inch screens parked next to each other.
Uh-huh.
And it is 240 hertz. 1 I think it's like less than 1 millisecond lag or latency. It is, I think it's something like $2,400 or something like that. But it is such a ridiculous display panel.
Oh, I didn't get a bug back. They all crawled in the hole before I could snatch one.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, I know in about 4 years, that ridiculously overpriced display is going to be something like $800. Because that's what me and Shelby see when we go to Costco. Just these enormous 4K Samsung smart TVs that are so far beyond the TVs that we have, and they're like $600-700, like 75-inch Samsung QLED, and it's like less than we paid for our 65-inch 1080 display. That was like what, 7 years ago, 8 something years ago.
I'm wondering when monitors, like 4K monitors, like regular 4K computer monitors, are going to be like an affordable price.
Yeah,
because my computer can handle 4K, but because I have the my video card can put out 4K. I can't see it. It can only do 10 because my monitor's only 1080.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to stay at 1440 for as long as possible, as long as manufacturers will let me, and I will try to put that horsepower to frame rate instead of resolution. Because I would so like if I could get a big TV at 1440 at 144 hertz, I think that's all I would ever ask for.
I still don't know how to like tell hertz.
What do you mean?
Like I don't know what hertz means.
It's how fast that image flashes on your screen. So if you're at 60 hertz, it flashes 60 times a second. So like my big monitor can technically do 120 hertz, but because I have it split between the inputs, it tops out at 100 hertz. And I've gotten to the point where I can tell when I'm playing something and I have to step it down. Like Death Stranding. I can't play Death Stranding at 100 hertz just because my PC can't do that. I can if I play it at 1080, but it can't do 144 at 1440. Or, sorry, it can't do 100 hertz at 1440.
I got a new soul.
Got another one. And I can
Armos.
I can feel it in my brain when the display switches from 60 to 100. It is there's a muscle that relaxes in my brain when it's running at a higher refresh rate.
I don't ever notice a difference. Like when I go to like Best Buy and they have all the TVs that are showing all the different like frame rates and like 4K, 1080. I don't see it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am with resolution. I once it gets past 1440, I just kind of don't care. Like, I look at 4K displays and I'm like, that sure looks nice. That raindrop on that flower looks incredible, and this grassy field looks incredible. But I look at one next to it running at 1080, and I go, I gotta tell you, that one also looks nice. And I think that's why I prioritize frame rate over resolution, is because one, I can actually feel the difference in my brain, and one is completely lost on me. It's also the games I play. Like, racing games don't particularly look much better in 4K than they do at 1080 because everything is tearing past you so fast.
Hey, recovery heart. It wasn't worth it. Okay. That's pretty much everything I can do here.
Actually, it would be pretty neat. I'll have to make a note of it on my ally, because that can toggle between 60 and 120. It'll actually be pretty neat if I can show you a game, because at a button press I can pop it between 60 hertz and 120 hertz.
I would need to see it like with my actual eyeballs, though. I think.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. When you're actually here visiting us, to actually say, all right, press this button. I'm going to show you some gameplay. You tell me if it's 60 or 120.
I imagine what's going to happen is I'm gonna see it. My third eye will open, and all of my home gaming stuff is just going to be a disappointment.
I will say it's not as stark. Maybe it is. Like, the difference between 60 and 120 is not. It sounds so weird to say it. It's not something that I see. It's something I feel in my brain. But like 30 and 60 is something I see. I can visually see the difference between 30 and 60, because things look jittery at 30 frames and they look smoother at 60. But they're already smooth at 60. They just get even more smooth at 100 and 120 and 144. And then 240 is just ridiculous. I cannot fathom a game running at 240 frames per second. It's like playing Counter-Strike at like 480p to get ridiculous frame rates.
I mean, there has to be a point where like the human eye can't even see the frames per second.
That's such an old debate, because basically when next-gen gaming started and everybody was like, your eye can't see 60 frames a second, and it's such a dead-end conversation, because
that's why we do 59.9.
yeah, drop frames. Your brain doesn't see in frames. There's no frame rate of the human brain, and even if there were, it would vary from person to person and age to age. Your what is it? Optical receptors are not as clean as they were when you were 6 years old.
I don't have any bugs. I came here with no bugs.
Oh. That'll learn you a thing or two.
I'm looking up my bug location list, see if there's any bugs nearby. Field, castle, Hylia Lake, under a bush near the scarecrows.
It is absolutely still a current debate. Even so far as frickin' Starfield, when they were saying that runs at 30 frames a second on console and 60 on PC.
Yeah, I'm not playing Starfield, okay? And I think you know why. The space isn't real.
Oh, okay, I see. Got it.
I don't care about the pronouns. That's fine.
Quentin asks, so is 6 years old when esports gamers are at their prime? Yeah, absolutely. You are older than 6 and don't live in South Korea.
I'm older than 6.
It's like a Jedi. Sorry, you're too old.
Boobs.
So is there a range on those bugs? Do you have to be standing at the... type of thing.
I think I just need to like. They wander. Oh, great. They kind of wander. Skull Kids. Skull Kids.
Skull Kids totally sounds like a name of a K-pop band.
It's an Ocarina of Time. Oh, okay. When you are an adult in the Lost Woods and you go to where the Skull Kids are, they attack you.
Oh.
But when you go there as a child, they're like will talk to you and play games with you.
Oh, neat.
So I guess I mean I'd already seen them as a child, so like assume they would be there as an adult. I didn't even think about it. And I don't even remember what I was saying. I got completely derailed.
We was talking about Starfield.
Yeah, and being 6.
Oh yeah, being too old to be an esports gamer.
I know this is kind of like antithetical being a person who streams video games online.
All right,
but
let's hear it.
The day that playing video games becomes a job is gonna. I don't think I'll like doing it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for leaving your hobbies as hobbies and not commodifying them. I had that problem, or I had that debate with myself when I was going through a career change. Because I was like, obviously, I don't want to be in banking anymore. I don't know how I ended up here. So
yeah, you should really leave banking as a hobby.
I was like, I'm obviously going to do a career reset, but do I want to go into cars or do I want to go into computers? And I had to like be honest with myself. I was like, I love learning and messing around with cars, but is that going to completely spoil that for me if I do this all day, every day? Heisting is my side gig. Is it going to completely spoil it if I have to do this all day, every day as a means of like paying my bills and putting food on the table?
Hey, somebody's being bad.
Oh.
So I came here as an adult, and this spider did not exist. But now I'm here as a child. There he is.
Oh, are you waiting for it to turn night?
Yeah, because, like, overworld spiders are only there during nighttime.
Got it.
Okay. So now I need to float down to the bean patch. Come here. Come here, you. Oh, fuck. It's a good way to get myself killed. Don't fall.
I wouldn't do that.
My A and B buttons are backwards. Why didn't I hear that on my end?
What?
The high.
You did or did not hear it?
I did not.
Maybe because you got the alerts muted? Is that muted for you?
I have them hidden. I don't think that mutes them, though.
Oh, okay. It is absolutely pouring where he is.
You know,
one thing I never thought of when I played this originally, that has got to be such an overpowered chicken to help you gracefully fall, even as the weight of a child is so much compared to a chicken.
And as an adult, they do the same thing when you're an adult.
Does it? Okay,
yeah.
Then yeah, even more so. What happens if you're wearing lead boots and you pick up one of the chickens?
I want to say they'll still float you.
Good lord.
I'll try that out. I don't have the iron boots yet, though.
Wrong
Spirit
chicken.
Temple, 3rd key. Spirit Temple.
Yeah, Twilight Princess when he's wearing armor.
Okay, so I have the Gerudo Valley Bean Patch.
Criminally underranked in the power rankings is the cuckoos.
I got some mini games I could do. Can't finish Dodongo's Cavern because I haven't unlocked King Dodongo. I love fighting Dodongos. And I kept saying that every time I said Dodongo, I would do the Zelda CDI thing.
That comes to me as no surprise.
I did the Graveyard Bean Patch already. I can do stuff in Jabu Jabu's belly, but I don't have a lot of the monsters unlocked in there yet, so I won't be able to do much. So I think I'm going to hold off on that. So what about in Majora's Mask? What can I do there? Oh, I unlocked P-Hats.
What now?
They're like these big plants that have blades that spin on the bottom of them, and they're really obnoxious.
Are those from Yaku Kid or Yaku Link?
They're in both games.
Oh, okay.
But also I could just warp between games.
That's cool.
If I memorize the warp songs from Ocarina of Time, I can warp there too.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so let's go fight a P-Hat. I have a bow. That will be necessary. I already unlocked the Razor Sword. The Razor Sword is supposed to only be good for 200 hits. Or until you reset time.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't think that's going to be a problem for me because I think they undid that. They took off the limit because they wanted to make the swords progressive. There it is.
Yeah, you could probably soft lock yourself if that was the only weapon you had and then broke it.
I didn't unlock the P-Hats. I thought I unlocked the P-Hats.
Thought you had it, but you didn't have it.
I thought I had it, but I didn't have it. Okay, there's a chest on a stump I can get.
And it says you got sticks.
I do have sticks. Am I forgetting something about the sticks? Alright, this chest, that design, they've marked the chest so you can see what they are before you open them.
Really?
That design means it's a soul inside. So there's a soul inside this chest. Ah, fuck.
What's the reasoning for that?
Just so you know what it is before you open it.
Oh, okay.
King Dodongo! What up?
Hey.
We can finish Dodongo's Cavern.
What do you think about fighting Dodongos?
I love killing Dodongos. King Dodongo. Cool beans. So we can finish Dodongo's Cavern, but I'm already here, so I'm not going back yet.
I love initiating Logan when he's trying to do something and watching his brain fight over, do I do the funny thing or do I keep my brain on task?
Well, my brain defaults to do the funny thing, but the other part of me is like, finish what you're doing or you're going to forget. So I just
rip the wheel away from yourself.
It's like I'm riding a bicycle and you throw a stick in my spokes is what you're doing.
Oh, Clayton was saying that you wouldn't have a weapon if the sword broke. Right. Okay.
Oh, I would. It would fall back to the Kokiri sword.
Oh, all right.
So
that's a decent idea.
So in the vanilla game, you buy the Razor Sword upgrade, and then for 200 hits or until you reset time, you have the Razor Sword.
Gotcha. So
and then it'll just go back to
your C up button. Said Tattle on it.
Yeah.
Who is Tattle?
Tattle's the fairy in this game, and she has a brother, and I bet you'll never guess. In Majora's Mask, the fairy's name is Tattle.
Oh,
and you'll never guess what her brother's name is.
I can imagine. Tail.
It's Tail. Yep.
Okay. Tails.
Miles.
All right.
It's Miles.
Huh.
3, 2, 4. I wrote that down so I wouldn't forget. Because I would.
I assume I knew that at some point, but I just assumed it was always Navi.
Yeah, it's a different fairy in this game. So Chulas are back, so this guy's gonna be here.
Button asks, didn't you get the notebook?
I did. So now I won't be pestered by the... If you go in the vanilla game, if you don't have the Bomber's Notebook and you get the code as a Deku Scrub, they don't give you the notebook for it. And then when you come back as a human, you can play their game again, or you can just go into the Bomber's hideout when you leave. The leader will give you a Bomber's Notebook. And but the reward in the randomizer is not the Bomber's Notebook; it's something else. So
yeah,
every time I went into the hideout, he would greet me at the door and just give me a recovery heart because I'd already collected the item. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby.
I wonder if there's a version of this that, I mean, it would probably be a nightmare to program. A version of this that cycles the seed every time you play the Song of Time.
Oh, that re-randomizes everything?
It just chews everything up again.
That would be an absolute programming nightmare.
That's what I mean. I'm just thinking about it. I was like, no, it's impossible.
Yeah, because
you'd have to track
game
what
itself,
you have, and then what makes that, what is impossible versus possible based on what you have. It's such an impressive thing that this even exists between, what, 3 games?
It's 2.
Oh, okay. I saw one of your items says Breath of the Wild, and I was like...
Oh, that's not Breath of the Wild, it's Bottom of the Well. I thought the same thing.
Bottom of the Well, got it, okay.
I thought the same thing. I talked about that before.
I've been looking at that, I was like, I have no idea what that means, but...
Just stand in front of one chest and wait. Yeah, because it's not... The randomization doesn't happen in the... Where is it? Oh, it's up there.
Right, it's pre-baked. It happens before the game even exists.
It happens in, like, a different program.
Yep.
So having it built in... I mean, I have to imagine it could be done, theoretically, but it would just be an absolute nightmare.
Right. The fact that they made this means that that is technically possible. Even if it went so far as to, like, okay, you played the Song of Time. That means this game is going to kill itself. We're going to rechew that seed and spit out a new value, and this whole adventure is going to start over.
Oh, fuck. I meant to say no. Because I would have gotten it for 50 rupees off. Whatever.
But yeah, just the mathematics and the tracking of it would be so clumsy.
It would be a lot. Okay, so I got the empty observer. It's still the first day. Oh, yeah, that happens in Majora's Mask when I pause too long.
What is that? What am I looking at?
The textures disappeared and it turns rainbow.
Neat.
I don't
We've
know
got
why.
JoJo colors.
There's an enemy stand nearby and it's a tense moment for me, so all the colors changed. A gift from Saving Kome. Okay, I need red potion to do that. I'll be back in a second. Gotta check my print.
Check his print.
Okay. 15 stray fairies. I do not have that. I can... What can I do? I can't kill Dodongos, even though I love doing that. March with the Bremen's Mask. Okay, let's do that. But that's third day.
Rohan is near messing with the panel colors.
Lens cave chest. Okay, so apparently I can get into Goron City. So let's go to Goron City.
For a second there, I was really hoping those shifted colors were gonna stick.
No, they change back when I unpause.
Play this game like a Gmod broken texture map.
Just errors everywhere.
Hey Logan, do you remember what happened last time you were in this exact spot?
Nope.
Don't remember a thing?
Nope. Doesn't. I don't recall. What do you mean?
Almost this exact same stance on the ice
Oh,
ledge.
it was over here.
It was over here. You're jumping on
The
something.
thing. I was trying to jump to that mushroom, ice mushroom.
And you just put down a quick save.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do such a thing. Therefore, after.
Oh boy.
Did we ever make the edit you made for that public?
It exists. I mean, it was.
I mean, I know it exists. I've seen it, but I don't know if it's public
We
anywhere.
put it on Twitter. That's kind of the only place it lives. It says the print is looking good.
Excellent. All right. Okay. This place is normally filled with a bunch of very annoying enemies, but they don't exist yet. So
I was gonna say, are they not there because you haven't found the soul for them?
I haven't found the soul for them.
So is this game just super empty in the first few chapters until you start picking up souls, or are they
Yeah,
they're
like there are souls I need, and then there are souls that don't pertain to any kind of chest unlocks.
like ads?
Yeah, like the levers I unlock. There's nothing that I have to do with any of them.
Huh.
But now they're here. And I asked chat when I first started playing the game. I was like, how would you guys feel if I were to look and see what the souls do a save state, look and see what the soul was, and if I don't want them yet, I load back.
Right.
And everybody was like, no, don't do that. And I went,
Yeah.
okay.
No soul searching.
Oh, I can do Tinkle.
I'm just gonna make this an adult stream.
Okay, I'll just buy stuff from him.
Appreciate it. But he's allowed to do it for the shop souls. So it's fine.
Yes, I am allowed to do it to the shop souls because I can see what it is before I buy it.
Gotcha.
So if it's a soul that I'm like, fuck that, I'm not buying that, I won't. Where is the Tingle?
Oh, that's like a goatee soul patch. I could not tell. I was like, did Tingle get a tracheotomy? When he looks away, it looks so bad. Distorts that polygon.
What do you got for me, Tingle? Even though you're not showing up on my list for some reason.
They are directly into Tingle's stoma.
Deku Shield. Thank you for all the glitter on me, Tinkle.
I only have 3 outfits, and you have ruined one of them.
I don't remember how to unlock Goron Village. Or it's not Goron Village, it's Goron City here. Oh, I can give the land title deed to this guy. He'll give me... Oh, this is pointless. Because I don't have the Deku mask. And I'm supposed to use it to float up there and get an item that's up there. So there's no reason to do that. I think I talked to the Goron above. Please speak to the gatekeeper above. Okay, yeah. I think I talked to the Goron that's up there. Oh, no. Down here now.
You hookshot your way up?
I don't think so. There's a setting when I'm randomizing to let the hookshot affix to anything.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like that was a bit too cheesy.
That is absolutely game-breaking. Turn this into Spider-Man.
Okay,
What
there's
a weird way to unlock a door.
If I had the Goron mask, I could do that too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's neat.
So the Goron Shrine Shop. I know the first half of the Goron Lullaby, so I can do that. But I think I need the Goron mask to play it on drums first. What you got for me, mister? You got blue potion. Need red potion. Well, this is a rare sight. Welcome. I will buy your gold Scatula token. It's my 39th one. And I will buy your heart piece for 10 rupees. And what game is this potion for? It's for this game. But I need red potion. So, almost to the Deku Mask. Yes, at 50 Skulltula tokens, I will unlock the Deku Mask.
Okay.
Okay. So, I bought everything here. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Talk to him after opening the track? Oh, I need to defeat the boss of Snowhead before I can do that. Win the race after beating Snowhead Temple.
Oh, right. The Goron race. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the Goron race.
I remember that
They
being
have
in like, the trailers for this game when it was first announced. Like, look what you can freaking do in this game.
It just shows you're controlling a Goron.
Yeah.
Just going to freaking town.
No context whatsoever.
Yeah, out of context, that like freaking blew my mind. I'm like, whoa! Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. I don't want to go near the screaming child.
I don't want you to either.
Oops. Let's leave the shrine, because now we're going to the sneaky Lens of Truth cave.
What does the bell ring? What does that mean? Or is that just
That means it's about to be nighttime.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the chimey one or the big babong one?
Yeah, like the little... It almost just sounds like a bellhop bell.
The one that just made...
No, not the clock tower. It's just like a little ding-ding.
Oh, yeah, that's Tattle telling me that she's got something to tell me.
Gotcha. That's what
and she's just going to be like, let's go to Woodfall Temple. Oh, no, she's going to tell me to go to the Great Fairy in Clocktown, but I don't have that Stray Fairy yet. Whoa, I need to take the rabbit mask off. I will overshoot these jumps. That better not despawn those feathers.
Oh no.
Okay, there is an invisible chest in here somewhere. So if I know where it is, which I'm pretty sure I know where it is.
Well, I know where the visible one is.
Yeah, there's two visible ones and an invisible one. I would have to imagine. I think the invisible one is behind this. There's also invisible enemies in here, but I don't remember what they are, so I don't know if I've unlocked them or not. All right, I think the invisible chest is here. Okay, it's not here. Oh, you hear that?
I do.
They're Skulltulas. Alright, spiderweb chest means there's a skull token in it. Alright, I've got my 40 token reward.
Is that
coming to me?
Chest type a real thing, or is that part of this randomizer?
The spiderweb's chest is invented for this.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen that pattern on a chest.
And this one contains a stray fairy. Definitely not an existing chest type. And I got my 4th Woodfall Stray Fairy.
Look at that.
Bang.
That pixel art.
Those kissy little lips.
Yeah. Looks like
so the Lens of Truth chest, the visible chest. And
Alex from Undertale? Is that the character's name? Alex?
Frisk.
Frisk.
And yes, it does kind of look like them.
On chest.
It's in here somewhere. There it is.
We've already done the double pits. Now we need the chesty.
Double pits to chesty. Swamp token, cool. Okay, I've done everything I can do in Snowhead. So I can kill Dodongos or kill Peahats. I have not unlocked either of those enemy types.
No head.
I can do the Cocoa March at the ranch, which I can't do till third day. I can do the Swamp Shooting Gallery, but the Swamp Shooting Gallery involves a bunch of different monsters, and I don't know if I can do it if I haven't unlocked them yet.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It involves Deku Scrubs and Wolfos and those weird bird things that I don't remember what they're called. And I don't know if I can do it.
I remember. I think when you were just playing Majoras, I remember that shooting gallery taking so many attempts because you were specifically going for something, and I can't remember what it was.
I think what I want to do,
like the gold medal or something.
I have to do it. I had to do it perfect.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can't save from the menu in this game. I'm sitting here trying to save from the menu, but I can't do that. Oh no. We out here, and I didn't unlock the owl statue like a fool.
We definitely out here. You are correct.
Alright, so I guess I'm not going to worry about it because I can't do anything here for a while anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go. There's the Swamp Shooting Gallery, which I cannot do. I guess I can try to see if the Southern Swamp shop is open and see if she sells Red Potion. Because if she sells Red Potion, I could save her sister. So let's check that.
Oh, did you put that on because it makes you taller and you can still run?
Yeah, it's faster to just run normal speed through the water than it is to swim.
Right. Clever.
So I just become tall. I would just swim through it as a Zora, but it's not deep enough.
Right.
Okay, it is open. Does she sell Red Potion? Oh, that's right. She sells Chateau Romane. And Chateau Romane, I'm pretty sure it's a bottle of Chateau Romane.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a one-time use drink that will give you infinite magic for an entire cycle.
Oh, dang.
And so I think I want to save it for later. If there's like something that's going to be consuming a lot of magic.
Is it like prohibitively expensive or is it actually...
Oh, no, it's only 10 rupees, but
Oh, dang.
It's only 10 rupees, but I can only buy it once. Because
Right.
it'll give me the bottle and then it'll be sold out.
Uh-huh.
The chest on Icona Pillar. I'm going to find out what that is because I do not know. All right, so we got to teleport back to town. But now that I've unlocked King Dodongo, when I run out of stuff here, I can go do that. And you know how I feel about those guys.
I do. Now that you've unlocked King Dodongo, that is the Shiz Knight.
Say it like Coach Z.
Shores North.
I love that stupid offhanded joke I made with a friend in like high school has now transcended.
Followed you into adulthood.
Pillar on Icona. Is it? I don't know if it's here. Chest on pillar. I guess it might be in here.
That's a pot.
Yeah, it says it's a chest, so it must be on top of one of these pillars. Oops. Oh, get rid of that. I thought that was my hook shot. This is most certainly not a hook shot. Oh, I see it.
I never would have
Sure
thought
is.
that was a test.
And these ones right here with the Triforce and the gold trim, they are big items. These are the ones I want.
Item big.
Oath to Order. I cannot do anything with that yet, I do not believe. Yeah, nothing changed. So I got that. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do between streams is do the mini games and record, just record it and then just show like what I got from all of them.
Right.
Because the mini games take so much time and I have to reset.
I specifically remember that shooting gallery taking like 45 minutes of just over and over and over and getting so close a couple times, but not getting perfect.
So and the thing is, like, I could do it if I like have my stream deck, which I have set up, and the button for save and the button for load are very far away from each other. I could like, if I have a perfect set, I could save it and then do the next set and then save it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I want to do a save state, I have to click into the game, do a save state, but when I click into the game on stream, it freezes.
It breaks the thing, right? Okay.
So it'd be like I click in, save, click out, load, and it would take. I don't think I can do that on stream for my own sanity.
It's not fun for you, and it's not a particularly good viewing experience.
So I'll just record myself doing it and send you the file so you can play it before the next time we do it. Yeah. I'll do all the mini games. I'll just do them all because I'm pretty sure I can do all of them. Yep, I can do the Honey and Darling one. I can do the Town Shooting Gallery. I don't know if I can do the Swamp Shooting Gallery, but I'll try it.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 shooting galleries in OOT that I can do, I think. Can't do the grotto.
Yeah, I remember playing, I think it was Kengo, which is a PS2 sword fighting game. And I remember just bashing my head against that game for weeks and months. And it takes so long to make any meaningful progress in that game. But I played it on an emulator and beat it in an afternoon. And I was just like, oh, this game is ridiculously easy when you can, like, land a good shot and then immediately save state. And then, like, basically inch your way through a fight and never take any damage. And if you mess up a combo or get, like, a fatal strike against you and you lose a fight, like, oh, nope, that never happened. And I also know this guy's about to throw this attack so I can block it.
It's like, you just died. Did I, though?
Yeah. Zawardo. Roll back time. I found a YouTube video of someone doing a sound test in the All-Star Battle game, and there's some pretty cool sound effects in that JoJo game.
There's no way in Tears of the Kingdom they didn't use the sound from Recall to not be a reference to JoJo.
Yeah, that little
because it literally is like when you use it.
Well,
unless like in Japanese culture, that sound is just like.
I've heard the $6 Million Man
$20
sound effect in so many places, just because like that's
what the
yeah the pulsing echo thing of jumping really high or that kind of stuff. It even if you don't know what the $6 Million Man is, that sound effect applies so perfectly. It's like, yeah, if I could jump really high in slow motion, that's probably what it would sound like.
All right, let's collect my 40 gold Skulltula token reward and then go kill King Dodongo, my favorite thing.
shame. You only get to do it once.
I should do it as an adult because my sword hits harder. But I'd have to go all the way back. I'd have to go all the way back to the Temple of Time. I come all the way back here, and I'm already here. I can do it. I have enough skill to handle it as this. Are you the 41?
I wonder if there are techniques that are available to you based on what you have in this randomizer. Like, if you got ice arrows, would that make some bosses ridiculously easy because you could freeze them in place?
That bottle of gold dust. That's the item you need to have the guy. Do I have fire arrows?
You have something. I think you have like.
Oh, I have ice arrows.
You have ice arrows. Okay.
Is there another way to make fire? Because if I can thaw out the blacksmith's furnace and give him that bottle of gold dust, that is the what you need to do to get the gilded sword in Majora's Mask.
Right.
Which is the second most powerful sword in the game.
Bombs don't create fire, do they?
No, they just explode.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think if there's another way in Majora's Mask to make fire, and I don't think there is. I think I need fire arrows.
Yeah. I mean, you can stand next to a torch with a stick.
Yeah, but there's no torches in that room.
That's the thing. Incendiary grenade. Yeah.
What about incendiary ammo?
Right. No trace rounds?
I did the bean patch at the lake, right? Pretty sure I did.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm gonna need bombs. This room is so much more insufferable as a adult, or as when you've unlocked Keeses. But I haven't unlocked Keeses.
Oh. Lucky you.
All I want is a Keese. No Keese for you. Also, if I came here as an adult, I could have just climbed my way up across that thing. I did not do that. Also, they've increased this pushing speed.
Is that because you're wearing the bunny ears? Or
No,
is
it's just they changed it
life?
for they changed it for the emulator or for the randomizer. It usually takes about 3 times as much time.
Oh, yeah, I remember it being sort of painfully slow, but, you know, that was what? 1998?
Yeah, that's when this came out.
I had a lot more free time back then. I didn't care about the speed of Link's block pushing.
Alright, let's go bomb some Dodongos.
Now you're excited. I realize it doesn't stand up to scrutiny, but that is the most clumsy way to unlock a door every time you want to go through it.
Well, you're really only supposed to do it once.
I just meant, like, as a person for maintaining this building. Let's say you wanted to
you mean like at all.
As a person, not as Link's adventure. Like just getting in here to feed your Dodongo or anything like that.
Also, this Dodongo has jiggle physics. I don't know if you know that.
Does he?
Alright, I was supposed to throw it.
What on this Dodongo with jiggles?
His body jiggles.
Oh.
Watch when he stands up, it like jiggles. If I have the Bigoron sword and I come in here as an adult, I can kill him in one hit.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I was thinking about. Like what would ice arrows do to a freaking Dodongo?
See a jiggle?
Not too much. There was a little bit of jelly.
Do it jiggle? It do.
Don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds.
That's what I thought the lyrics were for like the longest time.
What?
To that song.
Do it jiggle, jiggle. It do.
No, like in that song, my money don't jingle jingle, it folds.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was jiggle jiggle when I first heard it. Okay, King Dodongo down. And I believe that clears Dodongo's cavern. Boom and boom. Wait. No, I don't get a... No, I can... Hold. Wait. Nope. Hold up. Wait.
I see something scrolling through.
Okay, because I don't get this randomizer. In the other Ocarina of Time randomizer, it randomizes like in vanilla I would have gotten the Goron's Ruby.
Yeah.
So like it randomizes all the like stuff you get at the end of dungeons with just themselves.
Right.
But this randomizer takes that stuff and puts it everywhere. So okay, I think that is it for Dodongo's cavern.
Hey Greg, how's it going?
Hey Greg. No, that's not it for Dodongo's cavern. There's one more thing I can do.
Okay.
And I completely forgot about it. But now I have the hook shot, so I can do it. Also, I turned on the setting that lets me use adult weapons as a child and child weapons as an adult. But they're like invisible. But they're like...
realize that was a thing.
Oh, I can't do it. I have to be an adult for this. Because the scarecrow won't appear.
Greg says he technically broke 500 followers, but lost one, so he's back to 499. He'll get back there. The fact that you got there at all is quite an achievement.
Alright, so I need to come back here as an adult, and there's like... Is there anything else to do around here as an adult? Yeah, there's the Falling Rock Path. There's a freestanding piece of heart, which I technically can't do because I don't have beans.
Mm-hmm.
The Fire Temple. There's something I could technically do, but it requires a glitch or a skip, and I don't know the glitches or skips.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, what else? I can't do the archery range. I can do the archery range. I can do that.
Clinton says you can do the fairy fountain here, I think.
Did I not already do that? I'm pretty sure I already did that. I did that as an adult. Because it's not on my list. So it looks like most of the stuff that is doable at this current time is minigame stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, that Deku Tree. I can do stuff in the Deku Tree. No, I can't. because I haven't unlocked the solo Queen Goma or Deku Scrubs.
Funny to hear you second guess yourself on everything.
Just
I could do this.
wish
No,
they-
wait, no, I can't. I know I could do this. No, I can't.
I can't do anything. I don't have Wolfos unlocked, so I can't get to the Sacred Meadow. Or yeah, this. There is a gold Scutula I can do at the archery range. Gerudo Fortress top floor. I don't know where that one is. Oh, there's this the Scutula at Colossus Hill, one that I like killed and couldn't get the item for because I just couldn't.
Hill.
I couldn't. It's by the Spirit Temple.
Okay.
I can't do anything in Spirit Temple because they don't have Beamos unlocked. Oh, there's a beam patch. There's a beam patch at the Colossus. Let's do that. The warp song for the Desert Colossus is very similar to the reverse Song of Time, and I kept playing it by accident. I kept playing it by accident in Majora's Mask, and it was trying to teleport me out, and I'm like, no, stop. Okay, A down, right down A. It was a compass, yeah, so it wasn't even worth beating myself up to try to get at the time. So there's a bean patch here. I believe I still have a bottle full of bugs. And the levers are here now.
Oh, is that those?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I had completely forgotten about those things, and then as soon as I heard the noise, I was like, I remember it now.
I believe this is the last bean patch with a spider in it.
And this could potentially give you a soul?
Something.
Okay.
It could give me a soul, it could give me an item, it can give me anything. It gave me $20.
All right, cool.
I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to look and see if I can see the item up above there. Can't. Okay.
Who's howling if you don't have Wolfos yet?
Good question. It's the dogs in the town.
Okay. Shut me up.
Alright, fuck me then. Quentin says he thinks that was vanilla. It's actually quicker to get to Castletown by warping to Clocktown and going through the clock tower to get back.
Really?
Yeah. Instead of having to run all the way around.
Yeah.
If I could find the Prelude of Light, I could just warp to the Temple of Time. Also, I can't, because the door's locked, I can't go to Termina at night in Castletown.
Because the door is locked.
Yeah, because the shop is closed at night.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I can't go to Termina at nighttime in Castletown.
Boy,
I think I screwed up.
This is such a weird thing. Like, these textures, the stuff that you can interact with is so high res compared to the coloring book of everything else.
So the Bomb Chew minigame is not as intense as like the archery games.
The Bomb Chew minigame is almost the only thing I remember about playing Majora's. I have completely forgotten the entire experience except for that. I don't know why, but I remember it so vividly. Maybe because I had to do it so much and I was just terrible at it.
Somebody did a mashup of this song
Okay.
with Bubba Sparks. I think the song is just called Booty.
Oh, Miss New Booty, yeah.
Yeah. But like it was like booty, 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 rocket everywhere. Booty,
yeah.
booty, booty, booty. And so like every time I hear this song, I immediately think of Bubba.
That's great.
A customer. Momchu Bowling Alley. 30 roops. I'm only gonna spend it once. 10 tries. Let's bowl. My prize is... I mean, I guess I need it.
It'd be funny
And
if
there's
you
no
could just hook shot it off the shelf. It was like, I'll be taking this.
And so there's no time limit on this, so I can take my time.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't be a side one. Yes! Yes! Save.
Oh yeah, Greg, it is.
Oh.
It's both Ocarina and Majora's.
It's a combo randomizer. Don't be a side one. Don't you do it. Actually, I think that one's always there.
Okay.
So this is absolute luck right here, this one.
Oh, because the chicken has
the
no
chicken's
scripting.
Yeah.
Enough chicken.
Move, 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 move. Yes! Yes! I got my token. So this one has 2 prizes. So that's one.
Huh?
My 41st gold Skulltula token. Yes, I would like to play again. And what I can win is a soul.
Ooh. Could be good, could be bad.
I mean, if it's Deku Scrubs, that unlocks 2 chests in the Deku Tree, and I can unlock the room to Queen Goma, but...
And if it's not something you want, you could always just roll back and say, no, I don't want to play again.
No, I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be a side one. Nope, you stay over there. What the fuck? What happened there?
I cannot explain that. It's so minor.
No.
Boring link.
Move. Yeesh, that's it. Alright, what horrible soul have I wrought?
What poor unfortunate soul.
Captain Kita, that's actually really good. I need that.
I don't know that name at all.
In Majora's Mask. Did you beat Majora's Mask?
Yeah, but I don't remember any of it except for the bomb.
There's-
this mini game.
This isn't even Majora's Mask. This is Ocarina.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the one in Majora is like you're going around in circles or something.
Yes, that's one of them.
Oh, okay.
Which is what
That's
I'm
the
not
one I
going to do on
remember.
stream.
That's the one I remember.
Captain Kita is a giant stall child who you need to like race, but he cheats by throwing stall children after you, and he makes these barriers of fire. But if you can catch him and kill him, and not really kill him, you just hit him enough to where he declares you the victor, you win the captain's hat.
Okay.
No, I do not want to play again. I'm done with this.
There's nothing you can offer me that makes it worth my time.
Precisely. Temple of Time, Light Arrows cutscene. That is an adult thing. That is also an adult thing. I can do some stuff in the Gerudo training grounds because I have 4 keys to it. Okay. So maybe I will go be an adult, collect some Skulltulas. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of town. I thought I was on the other half. So I'm gonna be a big boy. Put on my big boy pants.
I like that this game makes you answer those questions. Like, I guess I'll go be an adult today, doing adult things. All right, Greg.
All right,
Thanks for stopping
Greg.
by.
Congrats on 500.
Yeah.
I can put on the bunny hood as an adult, but it's invisible because the Link wearing masks as an adult is not programmed in the game.
Okay. So it's just a stat.
Yeah. I haven't unlocked Redeads.
So put the calamity clouds over the mountain.
Oh, that'd be cool. I haven't unlocked Redeads, so the town is totally clear.
Oh, that's great.
But I need to unlock Redeads because there's a few things I need to kill them for. I prefer not to, but... Also, they lumped in Gibdos and Redeads together. Which makes sense, they're basically the same enemy.
Gibdo is that kid from iCarly, right?
Yep. And he's the same as Redeads in this game. Alright, so I'm going to run back up to Dodongo's Cavern, do the thing I need to be a big boy for.
Put on your big boy mask.
I can also use like the iron boots and the hover boots as a child.
Okay.
But they're again invisible.
I think it'd be funny if like the hover boots were too strong for your small frame.
So it launches you up.
One, you cannot move because you're not strong enough to pick up your feet. Two, you cannot help but fly into the sky.
I don't know what's going to happen if I wear the iron boots as a child though, because the iron boots has like a whole separate like animation.
Right. You stomp around.
And I don't know if they've made that animation for... I don't know if that animation is in the game for Child Link.
Or does it just nerf your walk speed by like 80%?
Yeah, it probably just makes him walk slow. I guess we'll have to find out when I find him finally. So if the Gerudo training grounds and the couple of spiders I'm going to clean up right now aren't the answer...
What's up there?
Yeah, it's the Scarecrow point.
Oh.
And I turned on a setting that like makes the Scarecrow just appear when you pull out the Ocarina. Hey! Oh. The Spirit Medallion.
That looks cool. Important, but I don't know what it is.
It's the medallion you get when you beat the Spirit Temple. I can now do the light arrow cutscene at the Temple of Time.
Well, will you test something for me?
Sure.
Just stand still. Okay. It felt like his idle animation kicked in way faster than that sometimes. Like, you would stop moving, and then like 2 seconds later, he would start like fidgeting with his shield. It's like, man, they have made Link like severe ADHD in this game.
I think it's random, so that can happen.
Yeah, because there was one time you just stopped walking, and he immediately like started. I heard the sound effects of him like wiggling his shield. Like,
yeah, that can happen. So that probably is exactly what happened.
Link pulls out his phone, like, "Hey, are you even paying attention?
You have games on your phone, Link." All right, I'm gonna run back to the Temple of Time real quick before I run over to Gerudo Valley. There's a couple of spoilers I need to get there, so it needs to be nighttime. Wish I had the sun song. That would make things a lot easier. There's just quite a few songs I wish I had. I have barely any of them in Ocarina of Time. I have 2 warp songs.
And I can't remember if you told me this already. Can you play them even if you haven't learned them and still get the effect?
No, you have
Okay.
to. You have to find them.
Okay.
So now that I have the Spirit Temple, I should be able to get, or the Spirit Medallion, I should be able to get the Light Arrow cutscene, which gives me an item.
Okay.
Vanilla, it's the Light Arrows. You couldn't tell by what this cutscene is called. Because I think that cutscene unlocks when you have the Spirit Medallion and the... I'm here. Okay, I guess not.
Right then.
Maybe I've already unlocked it. Alright, let's run over to Gerudo Valley, clean up some spoilers, and then get into Gerudo Training Grounds. 'Cause I can do some stuff in there. Not a lot, though. Actually, I don't know if I can. Because there's a room that requires you to beat up a couple of Stalfos. And I haven't unlocked Stalfos. Yeah, no, I haven't. When I was making this list, I just copied what the list said in the randomizer settings.
All right.
And it's all like soul of, it's totally backwards for you, but it's like soul of whatever. I should have not said soul of because they're all soul of. It'd be a lot easier to look at that list
True. Yeah.
if it didn't say soul of for everything.
Right.
So I think I might reprint it and then just check everything off again without the soul of stuff. Yeah, I can't do anything about you right now.
Is that because you need what, light arrows?
I need Epona.
Oh, okay.
Because I can kill them without Epona, but they just drop regular Poe souls. For some reason, they only drop big Poe souls when I'm on Epona. Unfortunately, I changed the setting to where I don't need to find all 10 because that's tedious and boring. I only need 1.
The only thing I remember about Gerudo Valley is riding Epona and shooting targets.
Yep, that's actually where I'm headed first. But it needs to be...
It's weird. Like, the pointless things about this adventure that I remember.
But it's in the middle of the day and I need it to be nighttime, so we're going to hang out here for a minute. Break some stuff while I wait. I remember the first randomizer we did, and Epona would weep. Yeah,
right.
I told it to randomize the sound that Epona made, but I told it to like don't make them annoying, because there's like randomize and then randomize, but like don't make it annoying.
Right.
And every time Epona would neigh, it would just do the weep. It was very funny.
Yeah, the dog's barking was also something crazy.
Oh, yeah, that was the Majora's Mask randomizer, and the dog's barking was like a woman screaming.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
So every time we went to Clock Town, it was
Friggin' jump scares every time we walked through the city center.
All right. And I don't have Epona unlocked, so I cannot do the archery range thing. And the archery range is another one where I'm just like, ugh. Not looking forward to doing that because it's tedious. But I don't have Epona, so I can't even do that anyway. This place looks a lot different in Breath of the Wild. Oh, I
Is it
don't know if
actually recreated in this layout?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's completely
okay.
different.
That would have been very cool if you had told me yes.
There are some places around the Breath of the Wild map that are recreations. You
Mhm.
can find like a completely destroyed Lon Lon Ranch,
Right?
like it is in this game. Oh,
That-
boss remains. I only need one more of those, and then I could go to the moon. Today I saw the moon.
ridiculous sentence to say out loud.
Okay, I just need. Oh, I don't know why that's like that. That needs to be questioned. All right, cool. Well, that was good. I mean, it doesn't do anything for me right now, but I do need it. And then there's a spider. Let me mark that as done. And there's a spider at the Gerudo Fortress. Gerudo Fortress GS top floor. What is GS?
GameStop.
Oh, okay. This is a spider on top of GameStop.
Right.
I thought I remember there being one in one of these boxes here.
Oh, Quentin is probably actually correct. Gold Skulltula.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. I thought I remember one being in one of those, but I guess not. So it's on the top floor, and it's definitely not inside. I don't remember exactly where it is, so I'm gonna be poking around just a little bit.
It says I think we got that one.
I think I went to get it, but it was not nighttime. There was a chest up there we got. We got a chest for sure, but I do not think we got the gold Skulltula. Did I just come out of the store? Oh, I did not. Also, I don't think I had the ability to get them. Yep, it's right there. Because I did not have the hook shot unlocked. Heart container. I won't say no to more health. Alright. So let me pin the Gerudo training ground so I see all the checks. As of right now, I can't do the Beamos one. I can't do the Stalfos one. I can't do the like one. I can't do the ice. I can do one. I can do two in the main lobby.
Wow. Chest must have been a Skulltula chest then.
Yeah, I think it was. Gerudo Training Grounds, membership card verified. One try for 10 rupees. But I think it stays open once I buy my way in. Normally, in vanilla, it will close and then reset.
Uh-huh.
All right, this chain one, that's got like a chain on it. There's a key inside it.
Gotcha.
It is a key to Ganon's Castle, which I already have another one for, and I don't know if I marked. Ganon's Castle. So this is my second key to Ganon's Castle. I have all the keys to Ganon's Castle.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and beat the game.
I can't get into it yet.
Well,
I need all the spirit medallions. There's a small key to the fire temple, though. That's pretty nice. And I believe that is all I can do for now. I'm gonna poke around a little bit though. Maybe there's something, because there's Beamos in here, but I haven't unlocked. Oh, I forgot I unlocked Dinolfos. Right, and to turn the timer off, I need to kill the Beamos in this room. Guess what's not unlocked?
Oh.
So I can't do that one. Can't progress in there. I think this will take me to some chests in a maze. And I have 3 keys, which means I can do 2 maze right. Right in the center, there's something I need, though. Look at that.
Oh, right, because it's the gold one.
Yeah. So there's a stray fairy one right there. I'm trying to remember the layout of this. Oh, there's also one up there that I cannot get to it from this room. I only have 3 keys. There's like 8 keys to this dungeon. Well, it's saying maze right 2. So let's just do that. Oh, I can also go out to the ledge from here. There's a little ledge out here with an item on it. Oh, it's a bottle. It's an empty bottle for this game. That's handy. There's a stray fairy in here.
You
let
capture
me
a bottle
clear.
of fire.
I got the ledge key. I got maze right 1. And that's maze right 2. Ocean Skulltula, 16th one. Okay. Toilet. There's one in here called Toilet. Oh, I know it. There's a room with spinning water.
Okay.
You could reasonably assume.
It says only in the ice cavern.
So I believe in one of these rooms I can climb up into a secret room.
Right.
I don't remember exactly where it is. If I had the lens of truth, I could just look. But I think that will be about it for right now. There's a hammer switch somewhere, but I probably can't progress to that room. Because the room, if I go out here, the room to my right, I need to defeat 2 Stalfos. But I don't have Stalfos unlocked. So now I have a timer. I have 1 minute to beat 2 Stalfos.
So could the rewards of the minigames that you're going to do, could those potentially be things that would assist your adventure?
They could, which is
Okay.
why I want to record it, so like I can at least show that that's what I got from it.
Where those stuff came from?
Yeah. But I gotta pay $10 every time they get in. Okay.
Oh, that's how they get you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I can do in there. There's the spirit
But it is
temple.
10 p.m., so that ain't bad.
It is. So off stream, I'm gonna go do those mini games, clear them all out. Why is my camera at like 15 frames per second? That's weird.
Looks okay on this end. There's your preview.
It got better, but it
Okay.
was when I looked over, kind of
Might be
slow.
your lighting. If low lighting will affect frame rate.
It's pretty lit up in here. It's lit, fam. Well, let me save this before I forget. I have to save the.
All your body can operate is 15 frames per second.
Yeah, I just move at that fast.
Yeah, you're like a Spider-Man movie.
I have to save the tracker.
Oh,
I don't know why it just doesn't save by itself, but
Eh, who knows?
it is what it is. And I will also do save state. I'm saving everything. I'm saving all I can. All right, so between now and next stream, I will do all the mini games. I'll record it so y'all can see what I got.
Mhm.
Because I think that's really all I have left for right now. I don't know if anything else. Oh, there's a wasteland spider that I can get, but I'll do that on stream. Actually, it's like right here. Can I do that real quick?
I mean, it's not going to take very long, then sure.
No, it's like right through here. I gotta climb up the ladder and tell the lady to open the gate. Open
Who knows?
the gates!
Maybe the thing you get from it will blow this whole thing wide open.
That seemed to happen quite a bit at the end of my streams when I was doing it on Randomizer Week. Heaven forbid we get more Zelda.
That's the thing I needed.
Like at the end of like 2 of the streams, I found a thing that just blew this whole thing wide open, exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is.
Heaven forbid we get more Zelda. We're in overtime now. This is free content.
You're welcome. You don't sink in the sand if you wear the hover boots.
Oh, you could also do the Goron mask and just tear through this.
I can't wear the Goron mask in Hyrule, though. Man, it should be daytime. I can't freaking see.
I'll let you guess what this stream looks like.
Is it jelly?
It's all brown. Top to bottom brown.
It's just... Okay, there. Nope, that's where I came from.
You could be playing Ocarina of Time. You could be playing Gears of War for all I know, as brown as this is.
Okay, this needs to be daytime, and we don't have time to wait for it to be daytime. So, thank you to everyone for watching. Make sure that you go check us out on Threads to see what we're playing this day/week. We also have 2 YouTube channels, one for our old edited videos and one for the VODs that are supposed to go up 24 hours after the stream ends. But we both know that I haven't worked on it. We also have a Discord that you can go check out. We're pretty active in that. It's usually at one channel at a time, but you know,
Yeah.
we make do. Other than that, if you need links to any of that stuff, go to our website, carpeboredom.com, and while you're there, go check out the store where we sell the softest shirt we have ever sold. And we'll be back tomorrow. Me and Shelby will be playing more Pokemon Indigo. No, that's the next DLC.
Jesus.
What?
Pokemon Indigo?
Well, the next DLC is called Indigo Disc. And this one's called Teal Mask.
Gotcha. I was like, that's a color I have never heard with the indigo.
You will soon.
Pokemon Mauve.
Yeah, we'll be playing more Teal Mask DLC.
Gotcha.
It'd be interesting to see if Shelby bought it yet or not.
I haven't heard her talking about it, so.
She could play it with me, but probably not.
Yeah. One of these days.
We'll be back tomorrow, 9:30. Be there, be square. Have a good night.
Good night.